Oh boy, I got a lot to say about my Pistons, my Detroit Pistons going into the 2022-2023 season. But I'm going to keep it short and sweet. It's your boy TAEFRESH. We here. I liked what I've seen over the last few years shaping up this young team. I'm excited about their potential, what they can do. Acquiring Cade Cunningham last year, and this year acquiring the services of Jaden Ivey and Jalen Duren. Now, we're just going to get two things out the way here. This is what this video is going to address. How many wins are the Pistons going to get this season? I'm going to give you two scenarios. Ideally, I think we win 38 games this season. Anywhere between 38 and 40. Ideal. In the ideal. I think, I believe, I feel like we're going to win 35 games at the least. I feel like 35 is that number that sounds about right, which is an improvement over the last two seasons. We won 23 games, if I'm not mistaken, last year. And that is with us letting certain games get away, somewhat intentionally, as we call it. We've seen that on at least maybe 8 or 9 occasions last year. So that may have cost us 10 games, possibly. So that would have cost us near a 32, 33 game season of the wins. But I feel like that's where we are. I think people just got to take into account, how many games were we really trying to win in the grand scheme, you know? But I like the chances that Troy Weaver is taking on just low risk, high reward situations, even this year. You know, I like the acquisition, and we even had to wait to see him play a little bit, but Isaiah Livers, he did great last year of what we saw of him. I think he's going to improve. He looked good in the Summer League as well. And, you know, Weaver continued to throw these darts in these situations. I just like that there's so much potential just across the team. You know, from Stewart, Isaiah Stewart, and Bagley, and Sadiq Bey, to Cade, to Ivy, to Duren, you know, to Livers. It's a lot of guys, and Killian too. And there's just so much potential up and down the roster. I just like the possibilities. And Diallo, see, these guys you're even forgetting, you know, the possibilities just up and down the roster. I just like the darts Weaver is throwing at the wall to take chances to see who is going to be that guy, you know, because it's going to be multiple guys. It's not going to be just one dude, you know. I think that's what's going to make it all the more compelling. But I gave you the win total. Now, who is going to be in the starting lineup, I will tell you who I think they are going to go with, since Dwayne Casey is more veteran savvy. He will lean on vets, at least in the beginning of the year. So that's why I would like the chances of a Nerlens Noel to be the starting center. You know, because basically where he is what Duren is, you know, working up to be in terms of, you know, that defensive potential. So you have Nerlens Noel at the 5, you have Isaiah Stewart at the 4 as he continues to progress and extend the floor and, you know, continue to learn how to play at power forward. Sadiq Bey at the 3, obviously. And of course, Jaden Ivey at the 2, and, you know, Cade Cunningham. And that's just what I think they're going to do. I could be wrong. The only reason I don't say Bagley is going to be in the starting lineup it's not because, oh, he's not good enough. It's not that. It's not that at all. What I'm saying, I think having him in that, first big off the bench role, he's just gonna feast on whoever the opposition is. And having Killian at the backup point, I think it's perfect for that. You can basically run that offense around not just spreading the floor, but also Killian running that pick and roll with a Marvin Bagley and with Jalen Duren. Whether they're out there together or not, like, I think that is where you go to. I feel like Livers is going to back up Sadiq. I just feel like that's what they're going to do. And whether you play Bagley and Duren together or just, if Bagley can spread the floor, you can play him and Duren together. Now what you're going to say, well, why would you just put Bagley in the starting lineup if he can spread the floor? Like I said, I think Bagley feasting on those opposing benches, being that first big off of there, and he'll still be seeing starters anyway. It ain't like he's not going to be playing much. I don't know, I just like that potential there. And it gives Killian somebody he can go to, get the ball to. And it takes pressure off of him. He could look for Livers, he could look for Bagley, he could look for Duren, if it comes down to that. Or Olynyk, however they, piece these lineups together. I personally don't think Weaver's done in terms of, he might make a small, deal here and there, maybe to cut the roster a little bit. But other than that, that's just what I see. I could be wrong. But nothing but excitement coming from me going into this season. These kids got potential. Makes me feel old because I'm older than all of them. Basically all of them. But anyway, it should be a fun season. But that's what I think the starting lineup is going to be. And I'm not mad at it. I think that's a nice little base. Having Stewart with Noel. Because then you get the rim protector, then you got Stewart's offense, and he can kind of, go down there too and cause some trouble if you need him to with Sadiq, Caden, Ivy. I think that's just the lineup that I see. And of course, we want to see those 3-guard lineups too. But that's what I want to see the most. I just want to see a team that's having fun. I feel like we have. I feel like they're together. And it feels like they're in this together. And that's cool to see. Just that unity. Just not that generic definition of unity, but like you can see the camaraderie there with a team like this, a young team like this, and it comes from the leader all the way down. And I'm just excited for this season, and August is my birthday month, but it's a dead time for the NBA, so it's a gift and a curse as well. It's good and bad. But I'm going to stop rambling. Hope you like this take. If you got any suggestions on how many wins you think the Detroit Pistons are going to get this season, or what you think the starting lineup should be going into opening night, you let me know down in the comments. Down there. Just click down there. Have a good time. We'll make a conversation out of it. Should be nice. It's nice to talk about the Pistons again. I hadn't for a while, just because, and this is the bonus stuff, but I hadn't talked about them for a while, but it wasn't because I didn't want to, but I didn't know exactly what to say about it. But this is where I am with it. I'm very happy with the restoration of the team up to this point. I think we have good pieces here, and it's going to make them extremely fun to watch this season as they get better and better. They might make a noticeable jump. You never know. It's a lot of guys with a lot of potential, and we're not relying on one guy to be great. We're relying on maybe one or two guys to be great and others to be really, really good, and that's still fantastic because it builds your team, and they're building it the right way. So it's your boy TF. I'm out. Go out, enjoy this day, enjoy that sun. I've got my fill of it, but it's nice. Appreciate you. Love and positivity. It's your boy TF. Peace out.